So today, my parents will be joining us for their first time boondocking in their Class A RV. My mom picked the spot out personally herself, and we've got about a 2.5 hour drive, so I'm eager to see what we're getting ourselves into.
So I think we're all really excited for this. We stayed up for about 2 hours the other night just looking at Google Maps at the place we're gonna go and kind of planning and talking about what we're gonna do and how they're gonna make it work with their big RV. They normally stay at campsites, and Jimmy and I are constantly off grid. At least when we traveled in our schoolie we were. So hopefully we can help them get accommodated to not having hookups for a couple days. So we're about halfway done with the drive. We've got an hour or so left, and we pulled over to get some gas. We were really hoping to get to the campsite today before Jimmy's parents do, just so that we can scope it out and make sure that we pick out a good spot since they have such a large vehicle. To make sure we get there early, I think we're gonna stop and get lunch instead of making it ourselves. There's a Subway right here, which happens to be, I know this is super basic, but I actually really love Subway, so I'm excited for it. Oh wow, that's them. That little dot on top of the hill is Shelly's nest. So somehow Jimmy's parents managed to beat us here, even though they're driving their huge RV. I kind of have an idea of how that might have happened. We're stocked up on groceries for the next 5 days at least.
I think they were just so excited to get here, they ate lunch while they were driving.
Yeah, we did not get the memo. Debbie picked a good spot.
Yeah. We just went around the entire loop, and there was not any spots. Well, there was a spot for us, but you know, they're a little bit more picky than us, I guess.
Hey, strangers.
Hey.
I think we might need to find somewhere else.
Dad asked if this was a camping spot, and I don't think that it is.
Get
First
back.
fear coming true. They don't have room for us.
I don't see any signs that say no overnight parking here.
Okay. So I think we've got a plan. They are just not gonna be able to fit in any of the open spots here. So they're gonna stay in the parking lot, which I don't know if you're supposed to do, but you know, we're gonna ask for forgiveness rather than permission. So they're gonna do that, and we're gonna snag one of the smaller spots, so at least we have a place to hang out during the middle of the day.
Well, I gotta hand it to Debbie. This is an amazing free camping spot. I mean, like the view is crazy. Look at that. And we are boondocking because there's no electric or water hookups or, you know, dump sites at a spot. But I feel like we're getting spoiled a bit because there is a bathhouse with showers, and I'm pretty sure there's a dump station on the way out. So we've got our solar, we've got 40 gallons of water filled up. I think we'll be totally fine. We could last a week here, easy. I'm bragging a little bit, but I'm just excited to be back on the road and living off grid again. I have really, truly missed it. So for our camping spot, we've got our van parked right there, a beautiful view of the lake. There's an area for a charcoal grill, and we even have our own fire pit.
There is one bad thing about our site, and that is it's a pretty unlevel spot. So we got here around 3:30, and I think all the good spots were already taken, but at least we found one and we do fit in it.
We're gonna go walk over to check on Debbie and DeWitt.
I feel a little bad for them because this is their first time boondocking, and they're stuck in the parking lot.
For now.
For now. We're gonna be here for about 4 or 5 days. We'll try to save a spot for them when one does open up, and hopefully they can move down closer to the lake where we are.
At least they got a really close spot to the bathrooms. So they're still working on getting set up and getting everything level, and I hear Shelly beeping. So we're gonna catch up with them later. We're gonna let them do all the stuff they gotta do.
I feel like we forget sometimes that everyone's setup routine is not always just rolling up to a campsite and putting on your parking brake.
probably the laziest meal we could have made while still technically having to cook. We made spaghetti, and we added sauce and mozzarella cheese and Parmesan cheese. So there's no meat or protein or anything in it.
I feel like that is one thing we picked up while working on the van, was we ate spaghetti so much and we needed to be really quick about it so we could work on the van, that we pretty much just cut out all the meat that you usually put in spaghetti. So we've been getting all our protein through mozzarella cheese. So last night was really peaceful. We kind of just hung out with all four of us, ate some dinner, and watched the sunset over the lake. It's really nice to be back in free camping. Natalie and I feel right at home, but I am really curious to see how DeWitt and Debbie have held up over their first night. So we're gonna go visit them and I guess see if they're still alive.
Oh my God. We might not be giving them enough credit. Somebody set up a teepee, I guess. So talking to DeWitt and Debbie before we got here, their biggest concerns with boondocking and being off-grid with no hookups is definitely dealing with water consumption and the power.
I think my mom's even admitted how she likes to take really long showers. So I'm interested to see how they're gonna deal with this week.
So we realized that you guys might be a little curious as to what their rig looks like. So if they're up for it, we wanna give you guys a quick 30-second run through of what their RV looks like from the inside. All right, so we got the go ahead. Here's a look into their RV. So this is where you come in. This is the driver's seat and the passenger seat. And when they're parked, this is where we take our shoes off. I don't want to get in trouble. So as soon as you step inside, they have slide outs to make the space even bigger when they're parked. So the first thing that they have is a 4-person dinette that doubles as a workstation, a massive couch that actually folds out to be a full queen-size guest bed. And across from the couch, you have their big TV and a fireplace. They also have a house-sized refrigerator and freezer with an ice maker and everything. And then the rest of the kitchen is over here. They have a propane cooktop and they actually got rid of their oven recently. And then if you come back here, they have a full bathroom, which is in here behind this closed door, which also doubles as a privacy wall for the back, like that. So across from that, you have a standing shower. And then if you come back here, they have a king-size mattress, and this is also in a slide out, which allows it to be such a large bedroom. So as I walk us out, I wanna do a really quick TV count. So in the bedroom, we've got 1, 2, 3, and all the way outside, number 4. They obviously did survive the night, and I think they're actually holding up their first boondocking experience really well. They had to run the generator for about an hour this morning to top up their batteries a bit, which is pretty much exactly what they were expecting. So all in all, I think this experience has been pretty much what they expected. They definitely planned well for it. And I'm excited to share lunch with them with this gorgeous view. So we are gonna make them lunch. They are gonna have tofu wraps with us for the first time, which should be interesting.
Both of them, I don't think I've ever had tofu, or at least not regularly. So I'll be impressed if they actually like this meal, but they're gonna give it their best shot, and I hope they do like it.
It is okay with me if they don't. Just a second.
Hi.
Sorry, I was washing dishes. It took me a minute.
That's all right.
And we're pretty relaxed about washing our plates, so I actually went back and washed your plates with real soap. I gotta cut up some tofu and then I can start taking orders for wraps. I get out a tortilla, I put on tofu, I season it with seasonal, and then I do shredded mozzarella cheese, shredded lettuce, broccoli, and then on mine I'll do cucumber and red onion, and then ranch. The one I always forget.
So does tofu have seasoning? Does it taste like anything?
This kind doesn't come with it. Do you want to try like a square of it? Do you want to turn the camera, Jimmy?
All right, trying tofu unseasoned.
Does it taste like anything?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
it
pretty
needs
poignant.
seasoning.
All right, I think I'm ready.
Natalie, this reaction is not a reflection of you as a food preparer, all right?
All right, that's fair.
Or a daughter-in-law. What does that mean?
Oh, I do.
Yeah?
I do.
Really?
All right, now the camera's off. What do you really think?
I'm so proud of you guys. Thanks for trying it.
Yeah.
I actually see some clouds today. That's gonna be nice. We spent the last 2 full days at our campsite for the most part. We've watched the sunrise, the sunset. It's been really nice to unwind and enjoy being back on the road. Today, we are actually gonna go and explore a little bit. We're gonna take the van and go find some hiking trails and see what this place has to offer.
There's about 10 spots on the loop that we're at, and all of them are taken. So it's really unlikely we'll actually be able to get the spot when we come back. But we know that we can always stay in the parking lot with Shelly's Nest.
I like the vagueness of that trail sign. Did you see that with the grasshopper?
I didn't catch it on camera, but I heard you scream.
Hurts my pride a little bit to say I screamed, but it hit me right in the face and it was like this big. But Jimmy, you remember when we first met, like every time I would see a cockroach or something, I would scream? I've gotten a lot better. I've never had a bug hit me in the face and react that calmly. So I did pretty good.
So this is one of the trails really close to our campsite. A ranger stopped by the other day and he told us there are actually 550 campsites around this area and around the lake. And fun fact, the ranger I mentioned was the same one that told them he doesn't usually allow people to stay in the parking lot they're in.
They've already gotten their first knock. Not really though.
There's nothing that makes you feel less accomplished than walking what seems to be miles and then finding a ridge and being able to see the car that you drove in with.
It's pretty humbling. I think we were all kind of hoping that this would be a good first boondocking experience for Jimmy's parents to test it out and kind of see what it's all about. But this is by far the nicest free camping spot with the most amenities that Jimmy and I have ever seen. So I'm not sure if this will prepare them for setting up camp in the desert with absolutely no amenities, but it is a very good baby step.
I don't think you want them to hear you say the phrase baby step though. See it.
That was a nice hike, but we're gonna head back and see if we still have our spot at the campsite. I'm pretty sure we saw somebody pulling in as we were leaving, just ready to pounce on that spot. It is the weekend, so I'm not too surprised, but we're gonna go test our luck.
I'm always the one forgetting to check the latches and the fans, so I'm glad Natalie's here.
I learned that lesson the hard way. So the one spot with like a swarm of 20 people is where we were parked this morning. I think we found another one that is actually prettier, but I'm not sure if it's taken yet. So we're not really gonna set anything up, but we might just park here and see how things go. So we found another spot up on the hill that has a really nice view, and eventually it cleared out enough for Shelly's Nest to be able to join us with their RV. So we had a really good last day, just kind of enjoying the new spot. We had a cookout, and it was a really nice experience overall. But now it's time for us to split up and go our separate ways, and Jimmy and I are gonna go out on the road ourselves, and it's just gonna be the two of us for the next little while.
Oh, you mean to hold it?
Yeah, thank you. I'm tired.
So if you guys are interested in their perspective of what this weekend looked like, they do have or will have a video out on their channel, and we can put the link to that in our description.
As soon as it's out.
But I think we're about to pull away. Shelly's Nest left a couple minutes ago, and it's just us here, us in the van. And yeah, the world's kind of our oyster at this point. So if you guys have any suggestions of where we should go, we'd love to hear them. We do kind of want to stay near Utah so that we can handle the bus and the bus sale.
Yeah, the area around Utah is our oyster. Thank you guys so much for watching.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
You can't come in yet. Mom's naked, foot's naked.
Oh, okay, sounds good. Did you just say her foot's naked?
That's what I heard. When was the last time you opened it? Was it your tour?
Yeah, pretty much the only reason we'd have to open it up is to watch our Monday special YouTube channel.
Is that us? Or is it someone else?
Who could hate your food?
A lot of people. I'm not good at cooking.